One channel, and welcome to Path from 10q to first dan, episode 7. I'm playing black in this game, and my opponent is 7q. So I will play this Komoku, and I will try to play some simple opening. But my opponent played this move, and I think best option for black is to approach. So I will approach. Usually I like to approach on the third line because it is more fierce. But to keep it simple, I just decided to do it on fourth line. And my opponent played normal Joseki, which is correct. And normally black should play something like J16 or maybe J17 or K17, but I want to jump inside this corner and to see what is my opponent's plan, towards which side he is going to build a wall. Okay, so he decided to build a wall towards bottom side, meaning that value of a move played on the bottom is really high. And since my opponent played extension here at P15, now he can actually tenuki and play somewhere here. Yes, this is perfect spot. So, and what should I do now? It is a good question. Oh, okay, since he played tenuki, first I will try to take advantage locally to get some stronger position. And I think I should extend here, and my opponent has choice to extend or to play Atari and then extend. Yes, this is normal exchange. Also locally white may play Q18. Okay, so he decided to connect, and I don't think that this is Sente, and I need to answer in the corner. So I'm thinking how to reply. I think it is okay for me to extend here, threatening to capture 2 white stones in ladder. Yes, and he has to save. And now, what to do? If he will play Hane, then I can extend. If he will play here, I will play here, so it will be alive. One of the options is to play with shoulder hit at P11. So let me play it, and now we will see what white will do. Okay, so he decided to rescue his stones. This is normal, because usually if white wants to sacrifice these stones and get something thickness on the bottom, he plays Atari here. Okay, now let me benefit somehow from his crawling. So I think I should extend. White can attach at O13 to break through. Actually, black is really happy now. And this move is kind of Sente, so I believe I should add a move now here. White could save that move for later. Okay, now I will play this move. White is actually settled already on the right side, but black is really happy to get all these stones in center and plus make a thicker shape on the top right. Also, it is important that black got this stone, and this distance between J17 and this wall is pretty big, so black may consider some kind of move between these two elements, and actually I plan to do this. So this move is normal, but first I will block, and if he will cut, oh, this is really sharp move. When I think it is a good timing for me to test here, how will he reply? Because actually these two stones are not big now. Black is really happy to get this shape, and meaning that corner became very big. Plus, if white will cut here, it is really slow. So, since white got this move and this move, black is now trying to see how can he sacrifice these two stones. So, so he decides to jump, then I will wedge. He will Atari, I connect. He will connect or jump. Then okay, since he didn't jump, then I will pressure his lonely stone. And black is really happy here, but locally it is not over yet. But black is happy because white is over concentrated. You can see that white has so many stones, but they take so small points. And this peep, okay, here I will connect, it is not a problem. So my opponent really likes to play this kind of moves, but they are not really important. So I think white could, instead of cutting these two stones, white should use somehow one stone agi. But now, once black already got this schema, it is more difficult for white to get out. So I believe I can play here, and I can cut. Oh, this is really strange. I can play here, and if he will Hana, I can cut. And his two stones are in danger, so I'm not sure that my opponent is playing correct way. So actually black is already happy to capture these two stones, and also black has some forcing moves, for example pushing here. Oh, then since white connected, black can cut, white Atari, black extend, white extend, and the thing is that black move at f18 will be center. Or maybe white will consider playing this Hane. So we will see. Okay, he didn't play Hane. Then what to do? I will play this move. It threatens to capture two white stones. And also it aims to play a cut here. But let me calculate first how many liberties I will have after playing Atari. So I'm playing Atari, and when I cut here Atari, I play here push. I connect, he Atari, I connect, he Atari, I connect, I will have 4 liberties, and he will have 1, 2, 3, 4 liberties. Meaning that before I cut here, it is better to jump out. And he plays this move. So, and now let me play this Hane. So I think he will cut. Yes, now I have no choice to Atari here. And here, again, let me read out. I play here, he Atari. I play here, he push. I play here, he Atari. I connect, he Atari, I connect. I still have 4 liberties. And he has 1, 2... he will have 3 liberties, sorry. So, initially, I misread. But also I do not want to give him Ponuki, so I will extend once, and if he will connect, I will cut. And I believe he doesn't have choice, because if he will connect this cut, protect this cut, then I will cut here. But so far I like the way my opponent plays. The only thing I do not like is that he played this move c15 and allowed me to activate this RG. So he read some ladder, probably. So he wants to play Atari, I will capture, and he wants to ladder here. And then I believe that ladder will work for white. So let me extend. I was in Biomi, I didn't have time to read, but anyway, it is fine for black. Oh, so he decided to protect the cut. Okay, then I have no choice but to cut, and even if black will die, yes, this I have to capture. Even if black will die locally, black will try to get some forcing moves from the outside. So what to do here? If I will push, he will connect, I will play here, he will descend. Let's see what happens. I don't think my opponent will manage an eye. He protected this cut, which is really smart. But now it may be dangerous for white. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can connect here, threatening to play on the first line. And now if he will cut, then I will capture him. Oh, or maybe I won't capture him. He plays this Atari. So, okay, I made a mistake and my opponent is ahead. Or maybe not, if I play here now. If he will cut, then I can Atari. And he will have to capture. So, okay. I rescued my stones. Mistake would be if I would connect my that Atari. I will show in review. And my opponent plays this move. This is small. This is over concentrated. Black took this corner. Black is totally connected here. And let me play this move so white doesn't make too many points on the left side. So here locally, black is threatening to play in second line. But first I will take points in this corner, which is really big, playing this move. So I think it is a good idea to count a little bit how many points. Aha, this is good. So I will kick and then Keima to reduce his left side. Well, this is not really big. Even if my opponent will capture these 3 stones, the fact that he allowed me to play this Keima and destroy so many points on the left side means that already all this wall, all these stones are not effective, so it is okay. Now with this extension, actually there is some agi, it's around c5. Okay, let me play this move, because I think since my opponent played this and later this, he thought that he can make some points in the center. Okay, so now he starts to pull out. But actually I can fight locally because my shape is pretty thick and he cannot catch my group, and also he is pushing me towards his top potential territory, which is not good. Okay. So now I play here and he will have to jump. But maybe it was a premature move and I should have jumped from this side. Okay, so he plays here. When I play Hane, and I will peep here. I think he will attach. Yes, this is correct move. But I want to complicate the game a little bit, because I have these 2 stones and I want to use them somehow, plus I have this thickness. So I'm looking forward to use something in this area. Oh, and he played this. So I can play Atari. And then I can play this Atari. Interesting. When I will capture this, so my opponent became afraid that I can connect these 2 stones, but it is not a big deal. So right now I'm just trying to use all weaknesses that I can use. All white's weaknesses. With this move, white says that he still wants to take some points on the left side, but I will push here. And then I can pom pom, pom pom pom, pom pom pom, pom pom pom, pom pom. I think I can play here, and if he will go down, I will cut. So if he will cut, then I cut, and he will have to play this Atari. I will extend, and he will have to capture one stone. Okay, so he doesn't want to risk. And actually black is already happy with this, and should be careful now about this group, because this group is still not connected, but this white stone is weak. And okay, maybe play first Yose moves, because the fact that this one stone is weak is giving black some extra time. So I just want to strengthen my corner points. Actually, white can try some invasion. Also, okay, really nice that he tried this, but I'm not sure that it will work. Because after his Hane, I will play this move, and when he will play this shape, I can actually even play right now, play this move. Now I can simply extend back, and we will see if white can manage to live inside. So now I have to protect this cut, and my opponent will extend. And looks like he's alive. But then I will try to attack his top left, because I became stronger here. So locally, if I play here, he plays empty triangle, I press, he capture, I throw in, but he will have two eyes. Okay, this is already a big gain for black, even though white took these points. Black is really happy to put pressure to this group. Okay, so he protected, and let me connect these two stones, because I have a feeling that white central group is not yet alive, so I can also attack these stones. Plus I can connect my... Okay, he decided to play this way. Actually, I think it is a bit far from white. White is weak and black is thick, so I believe it was a bit too far, but maybe it was a sacrifice strategy. So now if I will extend here and he will play this move, then I can still cut. So I will play this move, meaning that this stone is captured. And now white is pushing me towards his group on the top side. I'm happy about this. So he decided to protect, to seek for 2 eyes inside, because he doesn't have a choice, he's already blocked. Not easy to make life here for white. So I believe white is locally dead, but maybe he will find some way to break through. Oh, this is really nice that my opponent decided to counterattack my group, because it really has only 1 eye here. But the thing is that my group is not weak. I can even connect these 2 stones and put pressure on right group. So this doesn't work. And now the thing is that if my opponent will play this move, yes, then I can connect my 2 stones. And first of all, he will need to add moves to leave on the right side. And second is that once I will connect my 2 stones, I will be able to play this ko. But my opponent, he plays smart move, he decided to squeeze. But problem is that his group on the bottom is dead, because it doesn't really have liberties. Too many liberties. I mean, if you will compare black group and this white tiny group, you can see that black has much more liberties. Okay, so at this point it is Sente, and at first I will play with Hane. So black can make a second eye anytime by playing this L13. It is already an eye. And even if white will threaten to capture this corner, so he plays this, then I believe this is also Sente. So if he will throw in, then I will Atari and he will have only 1 eye. Okay. Then, since it is Miai for black to make this eye or this eye, then I will ask my opponent how is he going to protect his right group. And if I will extend here, then white is already dead locally. And now he plays this move, and I have this second eye, as I said before, and I have an extra liberty here, meaning that white won't have time to capture my stones. But anyway, this game was really good and my opponent played super strong. I did not expect. Now let's review. Okay, so in this game I played black, and I was planning to play something simple. For example, if my opponent would play here, I would probably try to play Kobayashi, or maybe something like this. But since my opponent played this move, and now I do not want to play kind of Maneko, if we continue this way, since white has komi. But okay, in this game white didn't have komi, but just in general I didn't want to play kind of mirror go with him. I wanted to play some interesting game, so I decided to attack, and as I said, usually I prefer to attack this way because it is more fierce. It has much more complicated variations than top approach. With top approach, the only complicated variation is this avalanche joseki, which is most complicated joseki. It has many, I think even thousands of variations. But okay, so my opponent played simple joseki, and normally black plays something like this, or maybe here. But if I played here, he would play here. So I didn't want to play some simple stuff, and I decided to probe him with invasion. And then, usually we know that joseki is played something like this, and then black takes tenuki first, and he may play in this big area. But we also know that white may play this move in order to get center. If black will reply this way, then white can play on the bottom, or if black will push and hane, white still can play something on the bottom. So this is actually what happened. With this move, my opponent already was saying that he plans to take center. And then if I tenuki, then it will be co-fight, like this. But at the beginning there are not so many co-fights, so if it was a co-fight, he would capture, I would probably peep, he would capture, and I would simply push, and here I can only cut out one stone. So something like this. I think it is okay for white, because white still may play some ladder break, and he already has two corners super strong, and this shape is super thick. So I believe if play something like this, I think it is a good game for white. Black is okay, but I think like white is a bit better, because white already gained a lot in this corner. So locally I could also play keima, which is normal move, and then my opponent would also tenuki, play something on the bottom side, for example here. But I decided to push one more time, and if he would extend one more, then I would jump myself. But if he plays hane, and I play hane and he tenuki, like it happened in the game, I have an opportunity to continue first, to play with atari. Also locally black may choose another joseki, black may atari here and either play this move or play this move. So these are also josekis, but since my shape here is kind of thick, I wanted to use it for fighting. So my first instinct was to play this move, something like that. But maybe white could play this, and then something like this, and white already takes points on the bottom side, and black doesn't make any points. So for this reason I decided to skip this capping move, and I decided to tari and then extend. So usually if white wants to sacrifice, as you probably know, we made a game with Pavel Lisi against Fox Go Server 9 done yesterday. I uploaded it today, and he explained what is the difference for white to extend or to atari and extend. So when white plays atari and extend, then it happens this way. If white plays this one, that means that he's going to sacrifice 3 stones and get a better shape on towards the bottom side. Then if white simply extends this way, usually this exchange is played later. Usually white plays this, black plays this, and then it is something like that. May play Atari and may even jump here. So some kind of fight. So if white doesn't play this Atari at 2, if he extends, that means that white wants to play fight. But my opponent, he played little bit different way. He connected here, and I played this move and he extended, and then I jump. So kind of fight already, and then he plays here, and black is really happy to get all these moves. For example, these 3 stones are really big because they're affecting already top right corner, and also this bottom corner is alive. So we remember that initially it was white territory. I mean, white had 4/4 stone here, and now it is black. Usually what happens, let's consider in the empty board. Usually when there is a stone and some joseki happens, something like that, we can see that white took points inside, but black made this thickness outside. But in our game, problem for white is that black did kind of both. Black took this corner and black also built some thickness over, meaning that these stones are not effective. Of course there are some weaknesses, for example this cut around here, and also these 3 stones are also not settled yet. But black locally is very happy already, and here I decided to play this move, and then he cut. So if I play this move, then I believe my opponent still can cut, something like this. And it is a little bit difficult for black, because we can see that these stones are strong and black has only 3 liberties, so black cannot do much. This is why I didn't want to defend here, and I decided to play this move, which is super big. First of all, it limits white's expansion towards top right corner, plus white doesn't have any center moves already, so this is really big. We can say that all this became black points. And then I was happy that my opponent spent also this one move. I think white could consider to play something like this. First of all, this move, it helps a little bit, helps these stones, plus it puts pressure towards these stones as well. So I would consider something like this. But my opponent, he decided to cut, and then I decided to play this, and he played this move. With this move he is kind of showing that he is concerned about these 2 stones. And now I started simply to go out and then play here. Then he exchanged pip and cut. So overall, even if black will simply play this move without any fancy stuff, because in the game I played some fancy stuff, but black is super happy now. First of all, black took this corner. Second of all, black took this corner. Third, black is very thick on the bottom side. And what did white get? White has so many points, so many stones, but they only capture 4 stones, and not many points on the right side, and also not many points here, and only this corner is a kind of territory. So maybe this corner territory is same as all territory from this big group, but this is 4 stones and this is maybe 24 stones. Okay, maybe not 24, but really a lot of stones. Yes, 22 22, something like that. So black is already really happy with this game, but in game I played this move because I wanted to make my opponent's thickness even less effective. And then he played this push, and normally black can consider this, but then I didn't want if something like this happens. Some agi. So this is why I decided just to block, and when my opponent plays this move, I play here, and he plays this move. So because if he will simply cut and I will connect, then his stones are really weak. Black is settled on the bottom side, this one stone is totally dead, and black can attack these stones while reducing white's thickness in the center. Kind of very happy. So my opponent played this extension, and probably I should have played this move. But when I decided to connect, then it was this way. Also, right now I could play this Atari and just descend. And even though white has Panuki here, actually this is weak group, because black is too thick and black is alive. So this, I really wanted to play this in last minute, but then I decided, okay, why not to take risk and play some interesting stuff. So this was a probing move, because let's see what can black do. If black will go out, then white just needs to simply keep him separated. And if black goes out more, then white has always this Atari and this peep. White may play here, and okay, maybe no need to play here. Maybe here to protect this cut on the bottom, and we can see that black stones were not making any points, and were actually under attack. So black should either try to stabilize on the side, or he should try to run out. So I didn't want to play this way, and then I decided to push here. So normally white protects this place, so this move is not sente. But in our game this move was sente when I played Atari and jump, when he pushed. And if I will cut directly, I think this is good for black, but white could play something like this. So white could Atari, then play this kind of move, and little bit dangerous. I mean, if black will try to break through, something like this, black will break through, but with really bad shape. So something like this will happen, but black is, since black captured these 4 stones, maybe this is a good idea for black, because white shape is super weak and black is all connected. So probably should try something this way. Yes. So white actually doesn't have time to play some moves, and black can simply go out, and white is in a big trouble. So actually I was even preparing to play this, but when my opponent here, I thought if I will cut, then he will play Atari and ladder, and then I didn't read out the ladder, but I thought it is going towards p6. Let's check it. Maybe I was wrong. So I was wrong. This ladder is working for black. So I could cut at 1. What else can happen here? Atari here, then Atari here. No, still, because this is capturing. Still ladder works for black. So I misread this stone, and but actually if it really would work for white, and if I would miss this ladder, it would be game over, so I didn't want to risk that much. And I extended here when my opponent protected, and I was a bit surprised that my opponent 7Q Fox Go server can see these kind of moves, can play so nice overall. He played really well. He played at least as a one-down player in Taijin or in Fox Go server. And then I decided to cut, because kind of no choice. If black will play any move, then white will simply connect and black is dead. So the only way to try something for black is to cut. When white played this exchange, actually this is bad exchange, white could keep it, because maybe later it would be co-fight, so white should play here. Because black is never going to play this move. I mean, it is black doesn't want to lose his tempo, to lose center with this move, so white should not waste this threat right now. And then in all this variation, I have a feeling that I'm not sure what kind of feeling oh no, this is mistake, it is I. No, but this black is already dead. I mean white is already dead, because yes, it is a problem for white. So white cannot play one. Okay, let's see what he played. He played here, I played here. He played here, I played this move. He played this Atari. So if I would connect here and he plays here, when black is dead. If I play this move, he plays Atari. So this is why I played this move. And now if white plays this, then I play Atari. He captures and I play Atari. Now white is dead. And I was also surprised that my opponent can read out such complicated variations. And he captured here without making any mistake, and then I connected. Still not bad for black, but could be much better if black would cut. And then white of course plays on the left side, and which is good, but maybe white should play this immediately, or maybe approach, because his move was good direction but a bit slow, because white is super thick here and he doesn't want to play such moves. So I think he either wants to play aggressive towards that stone, or he wants to activate this Agi to cut out these 3 stones and to see what will black do. Because still, I mean, if everybody will run, white always has this move. Yes, black cannot do anything locally right now. So black may be in trouble, because black has only one eye. But my opponent didn't play, and then I decided to play this move, since he didn't approach my corner, and also I didn't want his... for example, if I play here, he may consider something like this. And his territory on the left side is really big already, so this is why I decided to play this move. And then he played Taduki, which is also, I think, a bit slow. Because when we play Tanuki, we want to play approach first. And also this is still approach, because if black will play something like this, white can play here. And if black will protect, white will play here. And we can see that black has so many stones here, but they are totally not thick anymore. They are actually weak, and black even has to add some moves to leave inside. So white should have played some more active moves. But instead he played these 2 slack moves, And black was happy because black is gaining bigger territory. Probably this would be this could be more accurate according to result of the game, but I did not manage to kill his invasion. So probably should play this move instead of Ogema. But anyway, I played here and he played this move, and it's okay, and he jumped. So this move was a bit strange, because locally black may play this move, and it is super big, and I think I should still play this move. But then I didn't, I didn't like that white can kind of enlarge his left side, and if black will add another move, then white still has this agi of jumping out. So this is why I decided to play here immediately, kind of limiting his points on the left side. And then he extended and I jump this kind of move, because if I will play some other move, I don't know which, white can always press down this way. And we can see that for black may be a bit difficult later to erase this moyo. But maybe not difficult, black can still play anything that he wants, like for example this is enough. But anyway, I decided to prevent sealing black in with this move, and my opponent played this move immediately. And of course I was aware that my big group has only one eye, but I didn't want to play passively to add another move to lead side. It is a very bad spirit, so I start fight. And here I think instead of this turn I should jump, maybe here. So here in the game I made this turn, and my opponent played Hane, but instead of Hane I think he should play this move. And black already should think about his life and death, because this is really painful. So if black will spend another move to leave, then white may consider some kind of cut. I mean this push and cut to attack whole black stones in the center. Just showing you idea. But he played this Hane, and then he let me play this move. And then he played really strange move. Here he can actually capture the stones, and black will still have to connect. And white can... What can white do? White can play something like this. And this move actually also threatens to kill black, so black would have to answer, and then white still can come back to this strategy. But my opponent, he played this strange move, and I was happy to capture. And when he connected, I play this Hyatare connect, and then he plays this move. Okay. So here, if he would cut, then white three stones are dead. So my opponent played this, I played Atari, and I decided to play big Yose moves. And then it was a good timing, and I think I should kill somehow. Maybe this move is correct. Yes, looks correct move. I don't see what white can do. Play here, then here, play here, then what? Then this move. And play here, then can throw in. If block, then Hane. So it is kind of dead group. So I made a mistake and I should have played at Keima at 1. But in the game I played this push and then this attach. But in game I got compensation, so locally black can kill. But then white can cut here and white can get out, so black cannot play Hane. Meaning that black has to protect, and then white plays this, and if black plays this move, then this is already alive. Black doesn't even need to add anything. And what if play this exchange first? Still white is alive. So this is why I concentrated, because now, let's put it this way, black became super thick and white took his points. So black is kind of angry. But not only angry, black is thick overall and has stones. So black is looking for opportunity to use them somehow. So I'm starting to attack aggressively his groups to see what can I do. And here I think black is dead here. So maybe I'm missing something, but why not play with Hane? If play here, then here. And black cannot do anything. Black is still dead. So white made a mistake in the game. He played this move. And black is already happy to get this thick moves in center. So now I connected here and just to see, and this move was too far. Of course black is not going to connect. Too passive. White will be happy to make bigger eye shape. So I think what to do here. Actually hard to say what to do, maybe to jump here first. I'm not sure how to live here for white, frankly speaking. Maybe something like this, but I do not see two eyes here as well. Because this move can always play, because white cannot cut. This is Atari. Maybe this is alive. Or maybe not. Yes, this looks dead. So yes, this was really a fierce attack. And also problem for white is that even if white leaves here somehow, but black can connect here. And problem is that white cannot really connect. Black will capture. Yes, white can squeeze, but now white has problems with this bottom group and this right group. White cannot save both. The only chance to save both at the same time is to kill corner, but corner is alive. I do not see a move how to kill. If play this move, then maybe play here. If play here, then here. If he plays this move, then capture. Then he can play here, but I can play here. I don't know. White has too many problems, and imagine White has so many weaknesses, and if White locally, instead of connecting these two stones, if White will simply capture these two stones, all White stones are connected now and strong, yes? And for Black it is small gain to capture these two stones in Gote. So, yes, this is kind of big. Okay, this is also big to capture these two stones, but obviously it is bigger to save all these groups. So, from the fact that White position totally collapsed because Black connected here, we can state that White's shapes were not secure. They were too thin, too fast, too attacking, without thinking about defense. And Black managed to find a weak point, and this weak point kind of kills a lot of stones. So let's see what happened in the game. My opponent tries something, but then I simply surround him and he doesn't have two eyes. Then he tries to kill my group on the bottom, but the problem is that Black can connect anytime two stones. And now actually Black can simply live here. If White will connect anyway, White central group is totally dead. So at this point already White lost the game. But I even connected, and when we played this, and then he played here. Again, White doesn't have enough liberties to kill Black if he plays this, and then if he plays this, to prevent Black to make two eyes. Then Black simply Atari and play here, and we can see how many liberties does Black have and how many liberties does White have. But okay, let's see. Atari capture, Atari connect, play this move, play here, push, make an eye, play Black's turn, so Black probably will connect here. When White takes here, Black plays here, and it is already ko. So Black has 1, 2, 3. So if White wants to make this ko direct, White has to add 1 move, 2 move, capture. But if he will simply capture, it will be double ko, meaning that he has to Atari here. Then he has to throw in, then he has to capture. So we see that already four moves, and only after that 4 moves Black can start a ko fight. So it is 4-step ko, meaning that Black had too many, much more liberties. And here already, since it is Miai for Black to leave this way or to leave this way, I decided just to ask how is he going to leave. But actually there is no way to leave. If he plays connect, then I play here, and White is dead. So White saved 1 group, but he died with 2 other groups. Yes, and this move kills, because if he will play here, we play Hane. And if he plays empty triangle, then we play from this side. And it is that shape. And this is Gote, so I have time to make second eye. Yes. Okay, it was a really nice game, and my opponent played super strong, and I really doubt that he's 7Q, because he played like first or second dan in Taijin. But anyway, it was an interesting game. I hope you can learn from my mistakes and from my opponent's mistakes, and see you next time in episode 8. Bye bye.